أشهد
أشهد
أن
أن
لا
لا
إله
إله
إلا الله
إلا الله
وأن
وأن
محمد
محمد
رسول الله.
رسول الله.
Hello everyone. Australia has become one of the countries where Islam is increasingly growing. In recent years, the Muslim community in Australia has experienced significant growth, both in terms of population and contributions across various fields such as education, healthcare, and philanthropy. This rise of Islam in Australia is driven by several factors, including an increasing interest in Islamic teachings, the essential role of the Muslim community within society, and the efforts of local Muslim leaders who present Islam through a peaceful and inclusive approach. The Muslim community in Australia has been growing as more people decide to embrace Islam. According to the latest data from the Australian Bureau of Statistics, the percentage of Muslim residents continues to rise, now making up more than 3% of the total population. Many of them are immigrants from Muslim-majority countries, but there is also an increase among converts or Australians interested in the spiritual and ethical values of Islam. One Muslim figure with a significant influence in building a positive image of Islam in Australia is Sheikh Mohammed Hassan, a well-known preacher actively promoting peaceful Islamic teachings. He is often invited to give lectures at various universities and mosques across Australia, as well as through social media, to engage in dialogue and provide the public with an understanding of Islam. According to him, an inclusive and peace-centered approach is key to building good relationships between the Muslim and non-Muslim communities. Furthermore, Muslim organizations in Australia also play a vital role in strengthening Islamic education and increasing Muslim participation in social and cultural activities. Many Islamic schools have now been established in major cities like Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane, integrating general curricula with religious education. This is aimed at forming a Muslim generation that not only adheres to Islamic teachings, but also actively contributes to building an inclusive and peaceful society. The rise of Islam is also accompanied by increased participation of young Muslims in fields such as business, arts, politics, and science, showing that Islam has become an integral part of Australia's multicultural identity. Islam is increasingly attracting the interest of Australians. In recent years, more Australians have chosen to convert to Islam. Many of those who convert express finding beauty, logic, and peace in its teachings. For many, Islam offers not only spiritual tranquility, but also a rational approach to life, capable of answering important questions about existence, morality, and social welfare. Sheikh Mohammed Hassan, a popular preacher in Australia, states that Islam has long been known as a religion that values logic, science, and humanity. In Islam, every teaching has a clear meaning and reason, said Sheikh Hassan. The Quran always encourages its followers to think, investigate, and seek the truth. He believes this is what draws many people in Australia, especially young people, who are looking for a religion that is not only ritualistic but also offers profound understanding. Another factor strengthening the appeal of Islam in Australia is the inclusive approach taken by the local Muslim community. In various cities like Sydney, Melbourne, and Perth, Muslim communities actively organize social activities, seminars, and interfaith dialogues to introduce Islamic teachings. Such activities help Australians understand Islam more objectively, free from stereotypes and misinformation that often circulate in the media. Islam is also seen as a religion with logical social values, such as justice, compassion for others, and equality. These align with principles highly valued in Australia, a country known for its commitment to humanity and social justice. Many people have witnessed the role of the Muslim community in humanitarian actions, which benefit not only Muslims but also all segments of society. With increasingly open avenues for cross-cultural understanding, Islam in Australia is predicted to continue growing and become an integral part of a peaceful and tolerant multicultural society. The decline in church attendance in Australia has become a concern for the Christian community and religious leaders in the country. In recent decades, statistics show a significant drop in church attendance, particularly among younger generations. Many churches that once served as community activity centers now appear empty, with some even forced to close or repurpose. According to data from the Australian Bureau of Statistics, the percentage of people identifying as Christian continues to decrease, with many opting to be unaffiliated with any particular religion or seeking spiritual alternatives outside of Christianity. Factors driving this shift include the spread of secularization, changing social values, and advancements in technology that provide broader access to diverse worldviews. Professor Alan James, a sociologist of religion at the University of Sydney, states that the current young generation tends to be more critical of religion, especially those seen as irrelevant to their modern lifestyles. Many young people are seeking spiritual freedom or other alternatives that feel more in line with their open and logical way of thinking, explained Professor James. Additionally, issues involving the church, such as debates on LGBTQ+ rights and cases of abuse revealed in recent years, have also eroded trust in traditional religious institutions. While churches experience a decline in attendance, other religions, including Islam, reportedly attract more interest among some Australians who find spiritual and logical value in their teachings. This phenomenon is also encouraged by interfaith dialogue and the involvement of the Muslim community in social activities, introducing Islam's peaceful and justice-centered values to the Australian public. However, many churches are now trying to adapt with new approaches, such as offering online services, modifying worship practices to be more inclusive, and focusing on social issues relevant to modern society. Christian leaders also hope these innovations can rekindle public interest in Christian values. With these changes, the future of Australia's religious landscape will continue to evolve, reflecting new dynamics in the spiritual diversity of modern society. In recent years, mosques in Australia have seen an increase in attendance, reflecting growing interest in Islamic teachings among the public. This trend can be seen in major cities like Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane, where mosques that were once busy only on Fridays are now filled with worshippers for various activities, from weekly study sessions to community events that include non-Muslim residents. This growth is not only due to Muslim immigrants but also to local residents who are interested in Islam, viewing it as a logical, peaceful religion that offers practical solutions to modern life challenges. Islam emphasizes a balance between spirituality and logic, says Sheikh Mohammed Hassan, a religious leader actively preaching in Australia. Islam encourages us to understand each teaching in depth, which is why it appeals to many people here,